This is James Lupton for SecondsOut. Delighted to join with Jeamie TKV. Jeamie, how are you, sir?
I'm all good, and yourself?
I'm very good, thank you. Out here in Poland, big fight coming up Saturday night for you. First of all, in Poland, like I mentioned, your amateur career took you around Europe, been around Germany, France, Denmark, also outside of there as well to Morocco, etc.
Yeah.
You're used to this, you're used to travelling and going away outside from your hometown, outside of England. What's it like to be back out in Poland as a pro?
Do you know what? Just like you said, I've experienced it as an amateur. I did box away a lot of times. This ain't new to me, but as a professional, it was a very good experience, new experience in itself, you know, and just a blessing being there, man. I'm excited to be here to actually box. To be honest, I've never boxed in Poland, so it's new. So it's good.
Obviously, 4-0 currently, it's your fifth fight with Boxer. How's the journey been so far with Boxer and your pro career?
Oh, it's been great. Best platform, best promoter. He's looking out for us, and they're putting on the best shows. Like, I can't complain. There's nothing I can fault with them. It's been a great journey so far, and I'm one of the lucky ones on the stable.
Your opponent is Michael Bolas. 5 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws. Experienced guy, obviously, over double the amount of fights you have. What are you expecting of him? Have you seen much of him at all, if anything?
Do you know what? He's on a good winning streak. He knocked out his last 3 opponents. And one of them had like 33 fights, 1 loss, so that's a decent opponent that he knocked out. So I know his game. And all of his wins have come by the way of knockout. So I know he's going to come with confidence and with power. So I just got to be wary and on point, because this is his hometown. He's not looking to lose in his hometown. I'm the away fighter in that sense, so I really need to be on point.
You mentioned 3 knockouts on the bounce. Confidence is key. You're going to come in here and come to win. What does that make, or what difference does that make to yourself in terms of your previous opponents?
It don't make no difference. I feel like all of my last, pretty much all my opponents have really come to win and really come to cause an upset. So there's nothing new. You know, I spent my whole career as an amateur fighting 50-50 fights, so this is not new. You know, even fights that I'm not even supposed to win and I end up winning, so this ain't nothing new. There's no pressure. I'm just taking it as is.
What does that say about your mindset? You're taking these fights on, 4 fights in, these guys coming to win. You look at other heavyweight prospects who are 4 fights in, they're fighting these journeymen who are coming to survive. What does that say about your mindset?
Do you know what it is? I'm looking at the bigger picture. I really want to get to the top. And to get to the top, I want to be tested a bit early. You know, if I'm not being tested along my journey, when I do actually get tested, I may crumble. So I'm glad that I'm getting tested this early, because then I'll be ready when time comes. So I believe in myself and I believe in my skill set. So that's the reason why I take these. That's the reason why I like these type of fights where people are actually coming to win.
I'll ask you a question. Why boxing? Why did you get into boxing? Your family history is all wrestling. Why boxing for you? Why not wrestling?
You know what? I've always loved boxing. But like I said a little funny story on the interview yesterday. So literally my first ever wrestling competition, I got disqualified. But my dad used to always say you were destined to be a boxer, because in my first wrestling competition, the ref said fight. Instead of grappling, I threw like a 3-punch combo, boom, boom, boom. The referee stopped it. He said, "What are you doing? You need to grapple. I'm going to say fight again, you have to grapple." All right, put us in the middle, he said, "Fight." Guess what I did? I threw another 3-punch combo and I got disqualified. I remember that was my first ever competition. As a kid, I was 4 or 5 years old. You know, I come from a wrestling family, but I've always loved boxing. As a kid, my dad used to love watching boxing, and I used to watch Evander Holyfield back in the day and stuff like that. And Lennox Lewis and that, and I always loved it. So I guess I'm here for a reason. You know, I really liked boxing, and
You mentioned Holyfield, you mentioned Lewis. Are those guys, your heroes that who you looked up to as a kid?
Oh, most definitely. Evander Holyfield is one of my idols, man. He's a special fighter, and I want to be as special as him.
Have you taken anything from studying those guys into your own game?
Yeah, definitely. Just to have that grit, that warrior mindset. I feel like Evander was a warrior in that ring. You know, if you came with fire, he will come back with fire, and I want to keep that energy in the ring myself. So.
Well, just talk about the heavyweight landscape. They're talking about a Middle East tournament, Big 4, AJ versus Wilder, Fury versus Usyk. Firstly, how good for boxing is it if that comes off?
That's amazing. I heard about it yesterday, spoke about it yesterday. I thought at first it was just people talking, how people talk, but if that actually gets pulled off, it settles everything because everyone wants the top guys to fight, and it literally settles all the talks and all the situations. I think it's the best thing for boxing right now, for all those guys to fight in December and then the finalists fight each other. I think it's for the undisputed.
AJ was mentioned to be in that four-man tournament. You spent some time sparring Anthony Joshua very recently. What was that work like for yourself at this stage of your career, 4-0, getting the work in of a two-time world champion? What was that like?
It's amazing. The experience is just second to none. Like, you can't get any better experience than that. You know, someone who's been at the top for many years, you know, and just learning from what he does in the gym and how he conducts himself in camp and just everything he does, and just take that on board and do it for myself. So it was just a good experience, and just to really speak to him on a personal level too, and the people around him, which is great.
You mentioned speaking to him on a personal level as well as business. Mm-hmm. Now, did he give you any advice, any tips, anything for yourself to go forward in your career?
He just obviously encouraged me. Normal gems that you would give anyone else, but like, he just encouraged me, he said to make sure I stay on point and just stay grafted, just make sure I put in all the work that I need to be put in.
I touched a moment ago on the mindset of yourself taking on these opponents who come to win. You're wearing your t-shirt, champion's mindset. Yeah. Talk to me about that.
It's all about the champion's mindset, because there's no other way around it. If you really want to be a champion, you've got to have a champion's mindset. That's the only way forward.
And yourself, obviously, you're going to have aspirations to go on and win world titles towards the end of your career. But let's talk about it now in the next, say, 12, 18, 24 months. British title, is that in your sights?
Of course, British titles. Whatever titles that may come, it may even be European, Commonwealth, whatever titles available at the right time, I'm here for it. Whatever title.
That British title currently held by Fabio Wardley. The board have ordered him to face FRAZER CLARKE, one of your stablemate set boxer. Personally, if that comes off, what do you make of that fight?
I feel like it's a tough fight for FRAZER. I mean, it's a bit too early. You know, despite his pedigree in the amateurs, I feel like it's too early as a professional. I don't think he's even done 10 rounds yet. So obviously, it's not FRAZER's fault that he became a mandatory. Obviously, FRAZER was looking for the fight as well. But I just feel like it's a bit early. I feel like someone else should be given that spot and let FRAZER probably fight for it early next year. If push comes to shove, I feel like he should fight for it by next year. Just let him develop a bit more rounds, you know, because Fabio is a tough opponent to go into in your 7th fight, I think. Yeah, so.
Jeamie TKV, thank you for your time. All the best for the weekend. Thank you for speaking to SecondsOut.
Thank you.